Adobe Firefly, an AI model for creating images, was just released and is currently in the testing stage. Though it may also produce visual effects for written language, its primary function is to manipulate and generate images in response to text inputs. It will soon have additional capabilities, including the ability to produce unique vectors and make 3D artwork. You can get Adobe Firefly on the Adobe Creative Cloud desktop app or through the website. After you have entered Adobe Firefly on your computer browser, you will be directed to firefly.adobe.com. The text-to-image application Adobe Firefly is its key feature. It is quick, effective, and simple to use. Now we will begin with how to use text-to-image feature within Firefly. We want to locate the text-to-image module and click Generate to enter the experience. From there, you will be taken to a view that showcases images generated through this process, along with a text input that invites you to enter a prompt to describe the image you want to generate. Now, we will enter the following simple prompt, and the prompt is temples in mountains. Click the generate button when complete. You will then be taken into the heart of the Firefly experience. We can manipulate a lot of additional controls which can have great influence upon the generated images. The first set of parameters you will see along the right hand side of the screen is the aspect ratio. As we see above, the default is square 1:1. Now we will change that to widescreen 16:9 by choosing that option from the drop down. Below that set of options, you will find content type. The default is set to art, but you also have photo, graphic, and none as alternative choices. Choose none before moving on, as we will change our prompt to be much more descriptive to better direct Firefly. Next to this, you will find the styles section of options. Styles are basically keywords that are related to your prompt in order to influence the results in very specific ways. At the very bottom of this area of the interface are a set of drop-down selections which include options color and tone, lighting and composition. Okay, so now that we have adjusted the aspect ratio and have either cleared or set a number of additional options, let's make our text prompt more descriptive in order to generate a more interesting images. Change the current text prompt, which reads temple in mountains, to now read the much more detailed as Indian temple in mountains in the forest with blue sky. Click the generate button to have Firefly reinterpret our intent using the new prompt. If you find one of the 4 new images to be acceptable, it can be easily downloaded to your computer. Now we will see few more examples of text to image. Generative Fill enables you to modify the lighting, reflections, and shadows in the backdrop of your image. Now we will begin with how to use Generative Fill feature in Adobe Firefly. Adobe Firefly works it for you instead of you having to do it manually in Photoshop. Although the function is still in its early stages of development, It has already made photo editing for designers much easier. To view this feature, you need to find an image on your computer by clicking on the Upload Image button. To use it, you must first choose the portion of the image that need editing before instructing the tool to make the desired changes. You will see some buttons like Add, Subtract, Settings, Background, and Invert in the bottom. After clicking on Settings, all the editing details of the brush will be available. With the Insert button on the left active, we are now going to select the part we want to edit with the brush. After the area is completely removed with the brush, we will now describe our prompt. And the prompt is biker's jacket. After giving the prompt, click on the generate button and you will get a beautiful result in a short time. If you don't like the result, you can ask for a new result by clicking more on Firefly. And now if we like the result, we can click on keep. Now we can also apply sunglasses to the finalized image. For this, we have to go into the settings and adjust the brush settings a little. And then with the brush, we have to erase the area where we want to apply the sunglasses. Next, we need to describe the prompt. And this time, prompt will be biker's black sunglasses. After that, click on Generate button and wait for few minutes for its change. You can save the good look you like by pressing keep. But in my experience, the tool has trouble following these instructions and produces elements that appear to be incorrect. Now let's look at this photo. Using the background tool in this, we can also delete the background of our photo in a very nice way. After deleting the previous background, let's add a new prompt landscape to add a new background. After getting the background as mentioned in the prompt, we can stylize this new hairstyle of this photo by adjusting the brush in the settings as we did before. Now if you want to change a landscape picture, let's see how to do it as an example. A tool for graphic designers. Text effects are designed to make typography simpler for them. Similar to text to image, it is rather simple to use. After entering the desired text, a second text box appears with instructions for the associated visual effects. You can edit your text using the tool by adding various textures and patterns. Now to see this feature, we have to enter some text and then start describing it. I entered the name flower and entered floral pattern and clicked generate. After getting the result we described, we can choose from the 4 options below. After this, on the right hand side, you will see an option called sample prompts, mask shape, fonts, material and texture, and food and drink. As the tool is currently not sufficiently updated, it is only supports text of 20 characters. The available fonts may also use an update, but I expect Adobe will soon add to them. An innovative new set of AI-driven features powered by Adobe Firefly includes Generative Recolour. It allows you to quickly change the colors of artwork using the simple language of instructions. Designers can now quickly update the colors and fonts of their designs on Adobe Illustrator, saving significant time with the help of Generative Recolour. Users can create distinctive variations of an image by using descriptive suggestions like retrofuturism poster, sakura in the snow, soft pastels, sweet deserts, blue, purple, and green, coral reefs, earthy tones. Additionally, it can be utilized to develop color schemes for advertising and marketing campaigns that are seasonal. Generative Recolour creates representations of a scene or theme based on textual prompts by utilizing Adobe's Firefly. The user's graphic is smoothly colored in accordance with the intended mood or theme by extracting color palettes from the final image. Here we can upload any SVG format image from the Upload SVG option. We are uploading a SVG file. If we want to modify with the options, we can use the colors in the sample prompts and harmony on the right hand side. Apart from this, you can also add the desired effect by adding the prompts you want. So if you are a casual user rather than a designer, you might find these commands difficult. Editing while you are looking at the image is much easier than adding commands without watching. Because of this, Adobe Firefly is significantly simpler. It requires a text prompt explaining the image you want, after which you can edit the image to make changes and improve it. If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to my channel.